Good morning, Montessori. Today, Miss Beckham and I took a nature walk around our neighborhood, and we were looking for objects that would represent Easter. So some things that we looked for was something pointed and sharp to represent the crown of Jesus, the crown of thorns. We found something made out of wood to represent the cross, something non-living to represent that Jesus died. We found something dark to represent the darkness that the world felt after Jesus died. We also found something hard and round to represent the stone that was placed in front of Jesus' tomb. And lastly, we found something living to represent that Jesus rose from the dead and is alive again. So the first thing we found, we were looking for something pointed and sharp, and we found this leaf. And if you can see, it has sharp points all the way around. And we thought that was a good object to represent the crown of thorns. And in Mark, it says, "They clothed him in purple, and weaving a crown of thorns, placed it on him." Next, we were looking for something made out of wood, and we found this very interesting stick, and we thought the stick looked like a cross. And in John's Gospel, it said, "And carrying the cross himself, he went out to what is called the place of the skull, in Hebrew, Golgotha. There they crucified him, and with him 2 others, one on either side, with Jesus in the middle." Next, we were looking for something non-living, and we found a pine cone. And if the pine cone was still on the tree, it would be living. But we found this pine cone on the floor, and so now it is our non-living object. In Luke, the Bible says, "Jesus cried out in a loud voice, 'Father, into your hands I commend my spirit.' And when he had said this, he breathed his last." Next, we were looking for something dark, and we have a piece of charcoal, which is very dark, and it'll even leave your fingers dark sometimes. And in Matthew it says, "From noon onward, darkness came over the whole land until 3 p.m. And about 3 o'clock, Jesus cried out in a loud voice, 'Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani,' which means, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Next, we were looking for something hard and round, and we were trying to think, if we're looking for a stone that would be in front of Jesus' tomb, we found this seed, which was round, and it has little spikes on it, and we thought it would be a good object. In Mark's Gospel, it says, "Having brought a linen cloth, he took him down, wrapped him in the linen cloth, and laid him in the tomb that had been hewn out of the rock. Then he rolled a stone against the entrance of the tomb." In our last object, we were looking for something living, and we found this beautiful blossom in a tree to represent our living object. Then the angel said to the women in reply, "Do not be afraid. I know that you are seeking Jesus the crucified. He is not here, for he has been raised, just as he said. Come and see the place where he lay." So these are the objects we found on our nature Easter walk, and now it's your turn to find your own.